So we made this museum after she passed away 3 years, a little bit more than 3 years ago, to represent her art, part of her art. So it will be available for people anytime they like to come in, and it's ready to see and talk about it.
Can you tell us a bit more about her art?
She started with bookmaking. That was her original passion, and she was writing poems, but mostly was focusing on illustration, making illustrations for the poems. Then she started making illustrations for other books, and she focused originally on printmaking, the traditional intaglio and silk screen. But as she progressed, she changed the techniques and was going back and forth to photography and painting and drawing, even sculptures. So the last about 5 years of her work, she was focusing on developing this technique that mostly presented in the museum, 90% of work here, that she called vertipology. It's made of dozens, sometimes hundreds of photographs. She just chops the photographs to pieces and moves around on the computer. So she created her own image based on the pieces, parts of photographs, and like we're standing in front of this picture. It's called 1 Mile Above. But you can see that it's Denver, Colorado, because it's her own image of the place built of different perspective, different weather, different time of the day, and of course set in not physically possible situation.
Can you tell us a bit more about Yana?
Well, she was an artist from very young age. She traveled a lot. She changed a lot of places. She was born in former Soviet Union. Then she moved and lived with us in Israel, and then at the age of 12 she moved to States, and most of her time she grew up and educated in New York City. She educated in art, in bachelor degree and Master of Fine Arts, and then in Massachusetts, in Boston. She connected to Bonaire because of us. We came here more than 14 years ago. So we're like long-time residents, but she was coming to Bonaire to visit us and the island. More and more and more, she stayed a week and 2 weeks, and once she stayed 3 months here. She really loved the place. She loved diving, scuba diving, so she became a master scuba diver. So it was her second home. I know that she would be very happy to know that her art is presented here on the island.
How can we visit this museum?
It doesn't have opening hours, but there is email and Facebook and mostly telephone, so people call and say we make appointment and open the door and you're welcome. Pretty much any time, any day. If we don't have any other appointments that time, that's done. That's first priority.